Can you hear me? Just shut the door, son. Don't let people come in now. Just someone be at the door so they don't let someone come in. Please tell the lady outside. Just lock it. Just say not to let people come in. Very distracting.
The media people may be there.
That's okay. Whoever's come is come. Now just close it, because in the middle of people come, it distracts. Yeah? Okay, I'm starting. Sir, shut the door. Please shut the door. Okay. I'm starting. Thank you everyone for coming here. This is my first press conference as AITC state in charge of Goa. And I think this is something that we will have to do every 3 or 4 days. I start my very first press conference by pointing out 2 very big issues in Goa. One is the issue of mining and the widespread corruption and ineptitude of the Pramod Sawant government on this issue. And the second is the diversion of the Mahadayi water resources to Karnataka. Let me start with the first. With the first, the most important thing is that when we talk about mining in Goa, sir, sorry, I'll just start, sir. Let me finish this, sir, then I'll call you.
It's your press conference. I'm just not to.
I'll just start this from the beginning, if I may. Can you just cut that and we start from the beginning? Hardeep, can you just shut the door, please?
We are live.
We are live, sir. Hardeep, can you please shut the door so people don't come in? Can we start, sir? Thank you all for coming. This is the first press conference that I'm doing as Trinamool state in charge for Goa. This is something we'll be doing every 2 to 3 days. And I'm bringing up 2 very important issues for the people of Goa today. The first is the issue of mining and the widespread corruption and the ineptitude of the Sawant government. And the second is the diversion of the Mahadayi water resources to Karnataka. Let me start on the first, the mining issue. There are 3 options when it comes to Goa mining. The first is renewal of leases. Under the 2015 law, the law's been changed and the Supreme Court judgment, you cannot renew leases anymore, so there is no option. The second is to consider doing auctions, and the third is to form a state corporation. Now, after the Parrikar government came into power, opinions were taken both from the state advocate generals as well as from K.K. Venugopal, the current Attorney General of India, and Mr. Harish Salve, the ex-Attorney General. All of them said outright that auctions should be done. When Mr. Sawant took over as Chief Minister of Goa, he said that he will get mining started in Goa within 3 months. It has been 3 years and no mining has started in Goa. Mr. Sawant himself, in November 2019, 7th November 2019, I have a letter from the Office of the Regional Deputy Director of Maharashtra, which grants an approval of a modified mining plan to Dr. Shri Pramod Pandurang Sawant, Housing Board Dicholi, North Goa. The mine is located in village Talekhol, Taluk Doda Marg, district Sindhudurg. Mr. Sawant, as Chief Minister of Goa, has got a mine in his name in district Sindhudurg. Here are the papers. Now, I want to ask a very simple question. Mr. Sawant is not even meant to be the Chief Minister of Goa. The BJP candidate, and all I'm saying is a matter of public record, the BJP candidate at that time was supposed to be Mr. Shripad Nayak. Whatever it was, now legend has it, lore has it, rumor has it, I'm not speculating on it, that certain information, unsavory information was available with Mr. Nayak about Satish Dhon, and Mr. Satish Dhon at the last minute worked with Vijay Sardesai, worked with an independent MLA and worked with the MGP to make sure that Mr. Nayak did not become Chief Minister and Mr. Sawant became Chief Minister. After that, Mr. Sawant before that was an Ayurvedic doctor with the government. I ask you, where do you get money to buy a mine in your own name if you have been an Ayurvedic doctor with the government? Do you do it by selling potions and puriyas and vials? I would last to ask this question. The Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister of this country, the Honorable Home Minister, go after every opposition leader with the CBI and the ED and the IB and file disproportionate cases against everyone. I would ask Prime Minister Modi to please do an immediate CBI and ED inquiry into his sitting Chief Minister and ask him where he has got the money to buy this mine from in district Sindhudurg in Maharashtra. Mr. Sawant has a company called Ganesh Traders. He was Vice Chairman of the GSIDC, after which he was Chairman of the GSIDC. There has been widespread corruption. Mining has not started via auctions the way it should have. But illegal mining is going on with two large corporations, one Goa and one with a UK base, and also with various fly-by-night operators. The time has come for Goans to ask questions, and the TMC is a platform for which Goans can ask questions. So I am putting this in the public domain. The Chief Minister should answer where he got the money to buy this mine in Sindhudurg, what is happening with this mine. And I would like the Honorable Prime Minister to do a disproportionate assets inquiry and figure out as to where the funds to buy this mine came from. That's the first. The second topic that we are bringing up is the Mahadayi water dispute. As you know, while the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government was in power, the central government gave in principle clearance to Karnataka, who was the upper riparian state, to divert water from the Mahadayi river. At that time, Mr. Parikar was the Chief Minister. He led an all-party delegation to Delhi and convinced the Prime Minister, Mr. Vajpayee, that this cannot happen. Mr. Vajpayee put that on hold. Goa then went to the Interstate Water Dispute Tribunal. The case took about 5 years. The state was represented very ably at the tribunal, and Karnataka lost. Karnataka could only get a paltry 7.5 TMC of water diverted. That too after the award became notified. This was the situation. Mr. Parikar died. Mr. Sawant, upon becoming Chief Minister, immediately they notified this award, and Karnataka started getting water much more than what they were supposed to. This happened. Karnataka senior leaders also came to Delhi and said, we have done a deal with Mr. Sawant, there is no problem. In the State Assembly, there was a big hue and cry. And they said, how could the Goa government give an NOC when a SLP is pending before the Supreme Court? Karnataka had lost, they had filed an SLP. That SLP was pending, how can you notify the award? Do you know what the Goa government said? Mr. Sawant came on record to say that the lawyers did this without asking the government. The then AOR and the senior counsel, Mr. Arvind Datar, had a press conference and said, Goa officials told us to give us the NOC to Karnataka. Since then, most of the water in the basin has been diverted to Karnataka. In spite of winning, this is a case which has burnt Goa. Today, there is a problem with Mahadayi, and the people of Goa are not getting their due share. Karnataka has lost. But because of doing a deal with Mr. Sawant, this is the situation. These are two issues that we have taken up today. We will continue to bring to the forefront issues that are pertinent to Goa and we need to ask questions on. So I place this before you and I welcome any questions. Thank you. Yes, I will give you a copy of this. I will give you a copy of this. This should be in the public domain. I don't know why it is not. And I will give you a copy of this. You are welcome to take photos of this on your phone. We have nothing to hide. It is a letter dated 7/11/2019 and 21st November. The request for proposal was sent by Mr. Sawant, Dr. Sawant, on the 7th of November 2019, was approved by the government of Maharashtra 21st November 2019. It gives you everything about the mining plan, tells you what they can do, what they can't do. It's a 5-year plan, so that is valid till 2024. Validity of modified mining plan is 5 years or up to lease period, whichever is earlier. Since it is not a lease period, it is obviously valid for 5 years since 2024. You're welcome to take photos of this, sir. We want this to be in the public domain. Government order. I will give this to you, sir. It will tell you under provision of the Maharashtra Mine Mineral Extraction Act.
Is it auctioned down?
It has not been auctioned. They have done it. It has been done, but he has not done anything since. No auctions have taken place since he has come to power. He has said that he has bought this mine. Now, what he is doing with it is up for you to ask him. I'm asking you this. This is the piece of paper. I'm giving it to you. Please ask the questions. The price will not be quoted in a proposal. But please ask the questions. I'm giving you the information. Please ask the questions. It will tell you, it is give you the DAG number. Our release area 1.2 hectares. 1.2 hectares. Approval of modified mining plan and progressive mine closure plan of Moje Talekol stone quarry over release area 1.2 hectares located in 372 by 1 by A by 2 village Talekol, Taluk Doda Marg, district Sindhudurg. I will give this to you, sirs. Please ask the questions and hope that you get some answers. We would all like some answers. No. I am asking everyone to ask a question. When mining has not taken place, when no auctions have taken place, when illegal mining is rampant, I want to know where he got the money to buy this mine, madam. I am an elected member of parliament. I have a salary. I was an investment banker before this, earning a good salary. If you ask me today to go and buy a mine, I can't do it. You have a journalist salary, madam. I tell you tomorrow, can you go buy a mine? He was a government Ayurvedic doctor. His father worked in a mine, as far as I know. I would like to know where he got the money to buy a mine. If we can show it, no problem. Otherwise, as a public servant, I think a disproportionate asset case is due. It's a stone quarry. Yes. It is given by the Department Directorate of Geology and Mining. Please take a copy, sir. I will give it to you. Yeah. The mine and mineral extraction. Development and rules thing to it. Anything else, sir? Yes. Yes, there are records on the Mahadai issue completely. So on the Mahadai issue, let me tell you exactly what happened, and this is all as a matter of public record here. 1 second please. On the Mahadai issue, very important. In the tribunal, the hearing commenced before the tribunal. Goa fought very well, and after which Goa won. The state of Karnataka filed for an interim relief for a diversion of 7.5 TMC of water as opposed to the original 44 TMC that they had wanted. In order to get this, they had to get the award notified. Unfortunately, after the Sawant government came, they gave an NOC to Karnataka saying that you can take this water. When there was a big hue and cry in the assembly, the chief minister said that the lawyers gave the NOC without informing the government. Is it possible? They had to see the Advocate General, the AOR on record, and the senior counsel was Arvind Datar, who was ASG to the government of India. You all know him. He's one of the foremost lawyers in India today. Mr. Arvind Datar. He's a senior counsel. He said that how could we have given an NOC? The Goa government asked us to do it. We had senior officials who is now Parliamentary Affairs Minister from Karnataka. I'm not taking his name. He came to Delhi and he said that we have done a deal with Pramod Sawant. There is no problem in this. We are diverting water. Today I am asking you, how is Karnataka diverting water? Please find out. They have this Malabari basin that they have, that they are diverting water to from Mahadai. How are they diverting when they lost in the tribunal? There is an SLP pending. How do you issue an NOC when an SLP is pending before the Supreme Court? I am not asking any rocket science questions. I am asking a basic. Mr. Yatish Naik is a lawyer. I am sure many of you can be lawyers. You know lawyers. It's a very basic question. When something is a land dispute is pending, can I go and build a house on something that my brother is saying he's half of his? Yes or no? We can't do it. So when Karnataka lost and Goa won, how is Karnataka diverting water? Till today, Goa does not even know how much water Karnataka has diverted. Does not even know. Please ask the Chief Minister, please ask the government, how much water is Karnataka taking? Is it 7.5? Is it more? They do not know. Because what is happening under the eyes of the government under a supposed deal with Karnataka. Next.
सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने जो सरकार का कृषि कानून का वापस लेने का ऐलान किया है, इसके ऊपर आपकी क्या राय है?
तृणमूल कांग्रेस पहला पार्टी था जो पहले दिन से हमने कहा कि इनको रिपील करना है, टेक इट बैक. हमने भी कहा, ऑल ऑफ फ्रॉम डे वन तृणमूल कांग्रेस सेड दैट टेक इट बैक. तब सरकार के सब बड़े बड़े मंत्री खड़े होकर कह रहे थे कि ये तो भारत के लिए अच्छा कानून तो कभी बना ही नहीं है, ये जो फार्मर्स है ये तो बेवकूफ़ है, ये तो ममता बनर्जी है, ये बेवकूफ़ है, सारे ऑपोजिशन मिले हुए हैं, सब बेवकूफ़ है. तो अब 100 लोग से ज़्यादा की मौत हो गई है. फार्मर्स 1.5 साल के ऊपर से सर्दियों में, गर्मी में, लेडीज, ओल्ड पीपल सड़क में, बॉर्डर्स में, इनको एंटी नेशनल, इनको देशद्रोही, इनको टेररिस्ट सब कुछ कहा। अब जब यूपी इलेक्शन आने वाले हैं और 70 सीट वेस्टर्न यूपी में ऐसे लग रहे हैं, तब इसके डर के मारे अब थोड़ा सा, एज वी से इन बंगाली, टॉनक नोड़े छे, योर ब्रेन हैज स्टार्टेड मूविंग। सो अपना शक्ल देख के कॉन्शियंस में या यूपी के डर से, पर डिलेड हो पर बुद्धि आया है। आई एम हैप्पी फॉर दैट एंड आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू आवर फार्मर्स। दिस विक्ट्री इज देयर्स फॉर एवरी फार्मर इन इंडिया, फॉर एवरी सन ऑफ अ फार्मर, दिस विक्ट्री इज देयर्स एंड वी हैव शोन दिस गवर्नमेंट, द फार्मर्स हैव शोन दिस गवर्नमेंट कि विदाउट आर्म्स, with only ahimsa and with only passion and conviction and courage, it is possible to defeat the BJP. So thank you to that.
राकेश जी कहते हैं एक क्या है कि आंदोलन वापस नहीं लिया जाएगा, इसके ऊपर क्या राय है?
मैंने उनका वो पढ़ा है, अभी तो जल्दी हुआ है, उतना टाइम नहीं है। ये जो देखिए, बीजेपी का कोई विश्वास नहीं है। ये एक चीज कहते हैं और एक चीज करते हैं, ठीक है। इन्होंने कहा था, एक ने कहा सीए नहीं करेंगे, फिर सीए लाया, फिर और बोल रहा है कि सीए को अभी नोटिफाई नहीं करेंगे। तो इनका लेफ्ट हैंड जो बोलता है, राइट हैंड किसी और बोलता है, ठीक है। एक क्वेश्चन अभी आज हम कार्टून पढ़ रहे थे सुबह कि किसी ने कोई नेता को पूछा कि आपसे जब सब पद से बैठे सबसे बड़ा झूठ क्या बोला, तो उन्होंने कहा मैंने तो कोई झूठ ही नहीं बोला। तो जो पूछ रहा है क्वेश्चन वो बोला हाँ ये भी मेरा फेवरेट झूठ है, ठीक है, कि आपने कोई झूठ ही नहीं बोला। तो यही बातें हैं। तो आई थिंक जब तक ये एक्चुअली ये पार्लियामेंट में प्लेस नहीं होता, 29 नवंबर से पार्लियामेंट चालू है, जब तक ये प्लेस नहीं होते, जब तक ये एक्चुअली ऑफिशियली रिपील नहीं होते, वी डोंट नो इट। सो लेट देम ब्रिंग इट, लेट देम रिपील इट। पार्लियामेंट सेशन के बाद देखेंगे इफ दे हैव रियली मेंट व्हाट दे से।
Ma'am, can you just clear my doubt that land is on the lease or it has been purchased by the CA?
I'll give you this paper, sir. It is an approval of a, it is, see, it says over a lease area.
Lease.
Yeah, it says over a lease area.
But is there something wrong if we buy it for lease?
I am not asking there's something wrong or right. Who is he? Who am I to say? You want to be? I am asking you, where did the money come from?
So how much money?
How? I don't know. I am asking you. Can it be 2 rupees? It is a lease area, a working stone quarry in the district Sindhudurg of Maharashtra. It cannot be 2 rupees. It cannot be 2,000 rupees. It's 1.2 hectares of land.
1.2 hectares is 12,000 square meter land.
Yes. So I am asking you.
It's merely a small piece of land, madam, for mining.
Yes, but I am asking you whatever it costs, sir. What is the cost and what have you purchased it for and where have you purchased it from? And as a chief minister, what are you purchasing quarrying land for? That's also a question.
आपने सब इतना दिखाया तो लैंड की कॉस्ट भी क्यों नहीं दिखाई?
नहीं, लैंड की वो आप कुछ आपका हम सब काम कर दे तो आप लोग क्या करेंगे? हम क्या प्लेट में चम्मच में आपको खिलाएंगे?
You have come with the information.
No, we have come with the information. We'll give it to you. What the information you all did not have. This is the information. We'll come up with that also.
Because
It's not a problem.
Because there is multi-crore mining scam which was exposed by Supreme Court committee.
Yes.
So why you are not talking about that?
So we've talked about that also. Doesn't matter. I am currently bothered about the multi-crore Supreme Court has been done in 2015, as a result of which they've stopped the leases in Batik. That is,
if your government comes in power,
if we are going to,
then you will recover this 35,000.
yes, we have already said that we will try to recover as much as possible. Number one, and we've also said that we will be going with a sustainable mining plan with auctions. We've already said that. Yes, of course, we will try and recover. Thank you so much.
One more question.
Yeah, sure.
Since this is your first press conference as state in charge of Goa, going forward, do you have a plan in mind about how to hit the ground, about when you're going to announce candidates?
Yes, madam. I think we're not announcing candidates right away, but we are hitting the ground, and we've already started. I mean, Mr. Plero has been here. He has already done. The team has already been in place. But going forward, we will be going very soon. I will be going to each of the 40 assembly constituencies, having worker meetings. After which we will start in a, first we need to get a hold of the infrastructure and doing worker meetings. After which we'll be starting with our public meetings. As of now, we are not looking for any alliance. As of now, we are looking to. This is obviously a question that Mamata Banerjee can answer better. But as of now, we are not looking for any alliance. We are looking to fight all 40 seats on our own. But we will have a CM candidate in place before we go to the polls.
People are already on the ground. So
Yes.
how is the feedback you all are getting?
The feedback that we are getting, to be very honest, is people are excited. It's the first time we've come. Everyone says they're sick of the BJP. Everyone says that we voted for the Congress the last time, but they couldn't form the government. The BJP got 13 seats, the Congress got 17. An anti-BJP alternative.
There is one of the MLA from South Goa, like Churchill Alamau, recently spoke saying that Congress, NCP and TMC needs to come together as an alliance. So once you are talking about going alone, then how do you see that?
We are going alone. We are going alone. Mamata Banerjee is leader of my party. I will not comment on who else is saying what.
Okay. Last time, Aam Aadmi Party have announced the mining will be started within 6 months. If your party comes, so do you have any plans?
See, Mr. Sawant also announced he is doing within 3 months, and now it is 6 months. So when, like I said, I am here to speak as the TMC state in charge. I will only talk about TMC. So TMC is very clear. We've already announced this with the foundation, and that for us it is auctions, and we will, as soon as our plan is that we will go according to the legal opinion and according to that we must get it started as soon as possible. Whether that's 3 months or whether that's 6 months, I'm not sure, but it will be done as soon as possible because you have mining, you have tourism and you have fishing, and these 3 industries have to be in place for Goa. Thank you.
TMC is contesting all 40 seats for the first time. What do you see are the challenges ahead of you?
Madam, these are the challenges that we've had in Bengal as well, because when we started off in Bengal, it was a Congress versus CPM, and Trinamool started in 11 when we came to power. This is something, so we'll be facing the same challenges. One of the main challenges is obviously, like your colleague asked, is that are you not splitting the secular vote? If you're anti-BJP, isn't it better to be in alliance? And I think that we are very clear about one thing, that Mamata Banerjee is the strongest anti-BJP leader on the ground that we have today. That's something that we've done in Bengal. We've proven it. We've proven our nationwide credentials. You can see in Parliament that we are the only party who are fighting tooth and nail. We don't care about the ED. We don't care about the CBI. Somebody phones us in the night and says, don't do this. You might have a lot of MLAs here who have gone with BJP, who have gone with Congress, and overnight they have got scared again. We are not in that camp. So we'd rather go alone and be courageous and take our chances.
Do you see BJP as anti-BJP? What do you see Congress as?
That's a question you have to ask the Congress. I don't frankly know where they stand, and that's something you need to ask the Congress. I think if the Congress could answer that question, they wouldn't be in that position today. I think a lot of them are confused. Yes, we are anti-BJP.
What about Congress?
That's something the Congress has to answer. The Congress has to figure out where in the spectrum they lie. We are anti-BJP, the Congress needs to figure out where they lie. Because they won the mandate in Goa and I didn't see them form the government. So I actually have great questions as to where they lie. Okay? Yeah, we'll finish this up. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Arena of Goa, and more particularly in Panjim for some time, quite some time, and he has worked in the constituency of Panjim. He is joining us today, and Miss Anna Gracias. Anna Gracias is an influencer. She is an activist, she is a social worker, and she has been working for environmental issues in the state. We are very happy to have both these prominent people joining us today, our family being extended by 2. Thank you.
And Mr. Flero will very kindly hand over the
Lady, you hand over.
Lady, I will give. We have the flag.
This is the flag.
Come.
दोन फुलांचो काळ गोंयची नवी सकाळ.
दोन फुलांचे काळ गोंयची नवी सकाळ. Thank you very much.
Thank you,